In that case, let's start... Well, let's finish up the infrastructure. Particularly in Ontario. And then get me some more civilian factories so we can actually build some stuff. That would be lovely. Carry on. Okay, it looks like... Oh, stop attacking us! You annoying people. If you attacked them, you'd stop them recovering and you'd be able to punch through here as well. Just saying.
Let them have it.
Syndicalism spreads to Burma following a string of poor decisions by the Burmese government, culminating in an order to the Royal Burmese Army to open fire on protesting students and workers. The entire country turned against the royalty. Oops. And we can deploy some of these guys, which I would like to do right there.
Orders.
And then you can join this and train.
Yes, sir.
Oops. What I meant to do was this. There we are. Bring you into a field marshal army, even though we aren't actually using a field marshal as yet. Just need this guy to give up, then hopefully we can move in here before they reinforce it. Boom. That's what I was hoping to see. We just want to extend the lines, make them defend more.
Move out.
Meanwhile, over here, we are wasting a little bit of time attacking into that. I'm wondering if we want to come and help over here. Well, we don't have that great an attack. We're very fast, but our attack isn't incredibly strong.
Abort!
We should actually be attacking here when we get the cutoff on these guys. I think that would actually be even more valuable. Okay, we'll do this.
Keep on moving. Move back. Move out.
The Helvetic Commune has joined the Third Internationale. Following the Syndicalist Revolution in Switzerland, the temporary government has decided to join the Third Internationale, formalising the already close relations between the Commune of France and the Helvetic Commune. I'm making an executive decision as well. I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to do this, and then this, and then this. And I'm going to make the shout-outs cost more. Probably should have done that a bit ago. That's good. Okay. Can I give more volunteers to the PSA? I don't think so. Unfortunately not. We're actually a little bit low on light tanks. Probably, yeah, because they're not getting built. Let's do this. And motorized isn't getting built. It's like all of the important stuff. So artillery, not important. Let's do it this way around. Do that. Okay, so this way we're getting tanks and motorized, which are actually the units I want to have being built. The next thing I want to know is how are we doing with the refit? It's taken some sweet, sweet time. Okay then, that's fine. We got the magic for Pathfinder Intelligent Weapon next at 2 million. I was wondering what the next reward was going to be. What a find! An enchanted weapon that talks. Could it be someone who meddled with powers beyond their comprehension, unluckily ended up in your inventory? Or could it be a demonic artifact from the darkest depths of the abyss meant to lure you into a trap? Either way, it seems useful, at least for now. Take it with you and add another dimension to battles and conversations. Stick together to learn the true story behind the companion. And if you happen to get tired with a little chatterbox, a vendor nearby will deal with their life. Ha! That's funny. So what we're talking about at the moment is the Kickstarter for Wrath of the Righteous, which is the next game being made by Owlcat, who made Pathfinder Kingmaker, which was excellent. I'm in no way associated with them, it's just a project I'm quite excited about on the back of myself. And yeah, they're closing in on 2 million. It's kind of interesting to watch. The Swiss Indies, Germany is doomed. Doomed! Not necessarily. It depends on how all the civil wars go. Unfortunately, the CSA is looking pretty strong right now. And yes, I know I have a big steel deficit. I don't want to waste resources buying more in. We could, however, build some more crown factories, and that does seem like a good idea. So, build me a crown corporation in Calgary and Vancouver. And we're about to get 2 more as well. Awesome! I like the crown factory buildings, they're pretty cool. And then once we start getting some of our own resources, we'll be able to start exporting them too. What's happened to the music? Stuck on March of the Eagles again. It does not like this track. There we go.
Ready.
Hello? There it is.
Fall in.
Okay, what do we want to do? We could assist in the attack here, but I think what we want to do is help this.
Move out.
The prospect of intervention. Parliament has begun a tense debate over whether the Canadian government should recognise one of the warring factions in the south as the real America. It is a tricky situation, as doing so will anger the other factions and potentially leave us with a hostile victor to the south. But even worse is the prospect of the so-called Combined Syndicates of America winning the day. We cannot be expected to fight wars elsewhere with a syndicalist government sitting directly to our south, can we? For now, support merely means directing the Entente to send volunteers and equipment, but if we pick a side, some suggest our getting drawn into the conflict will become inevitable. We are going to recognise the Pacific States of America as the true America. So we gain war support. We can actually send more volunteers if we do this. Okay. I like it. Unfortunately we have no tanks left to send. What's the next level of the intervention? Eyes to the south. Yeah, this is the reinforcing. It seems likely that we will intervene in the American Civil War at some point. Before we do, however, we must prepare our defences and lessen the chance that any such intervention will end up being pure folly on our part. This also gives us the looming war. It's only a 21-day focus, it's pretty quick. Alright, so now that we can send more volunteers, I would really like to try and build another unit or 2 of these. Let's get 2 of them ordered. We're going to say garrisons and operations have higher priority. I'm still spying. So what are we going to send is the real question here. We could send some of the RCMP brigades, but frankly they're not going to be that strong.
Orders.
We could send some of these guys. They are well trained. They are going to be tough as nails. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to send 2 of these. So we'll send Joteman and the Danish Nerdmaster to the PSA. Now, can I send more to the car lists as well? Yes, I can.
Attention.
We'll send Labagoth and Bubba J to you. Okay. Good. Huzzah! The Ruskin Rover complete. Excellent. What's the next level? Long time away. September 37. I think I do want to get logistics now, just so that we have it researched. Joke Man, thank you very much for the resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Coming in with a 2-month resub. Thank you. Wow, my name was picked first. Give them hell, boys. I am sure they will do admirably.
Ready to move.
And this should take out the forces at Cheyenne. So how close are they to beating the Federales? Actually, not very. I guess they're still alive on the East Coast. Yeah, Washington still hasn't fallen. And actually, if Denver falls and all of their forces get focused around here, they may well hold for a while. Which would be a big thorn in the side of both of these. Mexico has joined the Third International. That's going to be really bad. Oh man, can you imagine if the CSA wins and Mexico? That would be hideous. That would be disgusting on so many levels.
Ready to move.
Alright, where's... Oh, we didn't get across the river. Bugger.
Move out.
What we can do is this. And then I think I might try and put some pressure on Madrid, because I want to take that. I don't want to let the CNTFAI get it. Cheyenne has fallen. Let's move you to here. Give some assistance.
Move out.
Have we got any air wings involved with the volunteers? Yes, we do. Although right now the air wings are in the wrong place. Let's do that. And with these guys, let's
Fall in.
do that. Make sure they're in the right place. Tripolitania has joined Cairo. Peru, Bolivian Confederation took 3 states. Ecuador have capitulated. Alright then.
Taking aim.
Looks like I've arrived here just in time. And Auchinleck is great at defending, so good luck with that.
Pushing them back, sir.
Brought in another soldier there. Hopefully we can do this. Oh, they're attacking us here. That's unfortunate. Alright, I think what I want to do... Oh, we won. Okay. The Hobbit. Or there and back again. George Olwyn and Unwin Publishing House has put out a new book by the British emigre J.R.R. Tolkien, who returned to South Africa following the revolution. It tells the story of Bilbo Baggins, a strange small creature called a hobbit, and who goes on adventures featuring wizards, dwarves, giants, goblins, and a fire-breathing dragon, before returning home a wealthy man. The tale has already received widespread critical acclaim, and Tolkien has been nominated for literary prizes. There have been some hints that he's working on something larger and longer, but the author's notorious perfectionism might well delay its publishing. A delightful story. Ah. Reinforcements have arrived.
Ready, sir. Taking cover. Pushing them back, sir.
Where are they?
Orders.
I think I'm going to set you guys up to attack the port here so they can't get supplies anymore.
Orders.
Good. Right, you succeeded in taking that spot. We're going to back off. And I'm going to assign you to that.
Keep your distance. Let's go.
What rubbish. This fantasy nonsense will never catch on. Serbia declared war on Bulgaria. Honduras and Nicaragua are at war. Oh, and we can also support the PSA by sending guns now. Officially, as opposed to unofficially. Can't do this with divided nation or crippling strikes. And right now we have crippling strikes, although because of the national spirit bug we can't actually see what spirits we have, which is a little bit off-putting. Didn't he used to draw comparisons between the journey of the hobbits and the return of the exiles to the UK? I don't know, but that does actually sound really cool. So, kind of wish they'd kept it, if it did. The Fourth Balkan War. The country was reborn in the Balkans after the Weltkrieg, Greater Bulgaria, the titan of the peninsula. And the nation that cannot, without any reason, win a war ever. Ever, ever, ever. It just can't.
Let's go.
It's impossible. Getting a good amount of experience with those tanks, which is good. Getting a tiny bit of experience. Although being a level 5 already does mean that you'll level up pretty slowly. Boom. Another section destroyed. I'm going to have you join those guys. Oh, they took it. Oh, well done. Now they have no port, they're just going to get wiped out. In that case, we're going to sign this, and I'm going to do this.
Move out. Ready to move. Keep your distance.
Russia declared war on Alish order. Is this Wrangle Russia? No, Savinkov Russia. Disappointed! Should have gone down this way. Meanwhile, we have a new focus. We could do crossing the border. Intervene in the civil war, stop the southern syndicalists. If they accept our request to join the Entente, we will return all American land which we do not ourselves claim. I like having Alaska. But also having America in the Entente would be even stronger. Oh, we could get another 10% construction speed. We would have a 20% construction speed bonus. That's massive. See, I don't think we're in any real position to do crossing the border yet, although that would bring in the entire Entente against them. So, we could. I'd lose my volunteers in Spain, though. I think what I'm going to do, well, we could get it, which does give us the war support as well, though the war support doesn't help us because we're not fighting on core territory. Or we could grab this with construction. We need to build up our industry. Our industry sucks. Housing is both a basic necessity and a major source of economic activity. By providing incentives for the construction and the purchase of homes, we can create demand for key industries and promote expansion of the industrial economy as a whole.
Ready, sir.
Yeah, if you guys want to provide assistance to our Pacific State brethren over here, you are welcome to do so.
Let them have it.
Good stuff. Annual IEDC review. The time has come to review our participation of the IEDC and make our annual contribution towards the organisation. We're going to invest the full amount. Hopefully everybody else does the same. Now here's the reinforce. Okay, so this is literally just land forts. I was hoping that this would stop people crossing the border and causing me problems, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. IEDC advisors. Our contribution to the IEDC allows us to take advantage of their pool of advisors, the benefit from which is greater depending on how much we contributed to the group. How shall we use them over the next year? So we can get the economic advisors, which is resource efficiency, consumer goods, and factory output. Naval engineers, dockyard output 20%. Naval equipment refitting. We are refitting a lot. Or engineers gives us another 20% construction speed. We're going to take that. We're going to build huge amounts of stuff. We've got 62% construction speed bonus already. That's pretty good. It's still 37. Maybe improved catapults, so that if we did decide to upgrade some of our cruisers, we would have access to those as well. Have I spent much time playing Total War Warhammer 2? I haven't yet, no, Josh. I haven't had a chance to do so. Looking forward to getting some more Total War 3 Kingdoms, though, when the next embargo is up. The Lubu and Suensei campaigns were definitely interesting. And I do want to give Warhammer another go. I'm just a little bit less interested in the Proving Grounds than 3 Kingdoms right now. Although, I really do need to do another Warhammer game. For sure. It's been a while. What I also need to try out, actually, speaking of Warhammer, is SFO. SFO's had a few updates since I last checked. I think you can send one more unit to the volunteers. I don't think so. Oops. Why? Oh, it can. You're right. Albania has capitulated. Why? What? Huh? Huh? I don't get why I lost it. Maybe because I hadn't actually invested in myself? And we can't invest in these guys now. Oh, we could invest in New England, though. It's either going to be New England or Australasia. Australasian Confederation or me. Or New England. I think we're going to go with New England. Let's buff them up a little bit. Especially if we do decide to intervene. Just patched to Proving Grounds last night, and I'm looking forward to trying it tonight. It looks like a very differently paced game. Yeah, I mean, the changes they're making are very interesting. I've seen the patch notes for it. And been on the Creative Assembly Discord to see what some of the other creators there think. And I'm definitely interested in seeing what is different exactly. But it's not new stuff, it's just new balance. Talking of Total War 3 Kingdoms, did I ever play Dynasty Warriors or Romance of the Three Kingdoms games? I have not, no. Aren't they console games? No, Dynasty isn't. And the other thing I really need to do at some point is read the book. I haven't done that either. Alright, so we can... These guys are still training. I'm not sending militia. No way, no how. We could send some of the Marines. Get them some more experience. Especially if we start going against the AUS, where there's a lot more rivers. I think I'd rather just send infantry blocks, though, frankly. I mean, admittedly, if they're in a fight. Yeah, okay, we're going to do this. So Pacific States, we'll send some more. They'll get experience being volunteers, if nothing else.
Ready, sir.
And then you three can go to the car lists. We're going to be even worse than the American Germany. What are they called? American? German Southeast Asia. Where we were sending 11 divisions. And this time we have manpower. Crazy. I would love if the Total War revisited the medieval period. It's been like 16 years since Medieval 2. There is a mod called 1212 for Total War Attila, which is basically Medieval 3. I would recommend that. Haven't played it myself, but I've had a lot of recommendations for it. Talking number 3, am I looking forward to CK3? I am. I will be honest, I've been incredibly remiss in like keeping up to date with what's actually being changed. But I have high hopes. Like what I saw of it at ParadoxCon looked really, really positive, so yeah. Really can't cover. That would be bad for everybody involved.
Let's go.
We are now really short on this stuff. With a little bit of a resource shortage too. I have a feeling that with the changes here, Canada's going to be a lot slower off the starting blocks. And it was never exactly quick in the first place. Right, you join them. You join them.
Taking aim.
And all of those extra forces should be coming in. Cool! Success over there. So now I would say let's go for Denver. And just knock these guys out. And then I would say let's start applying some pressure to the CSA. Maybe put some troops here and try and cut across that.
Ready, sir.
Does spying work in Kaiserreich? Yep. Although actually, that's a good point. We should probably stop spying on these guys and start spying on these guys. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Now, do I want to start investing in any of this stuff? I think I probably do. Get some more information. Oh, bloody hell. The Balkans are a little bit of a mess right now. Crikey.
Listen up.
Things you would never think you would hear.
Ready.
The Balkans are a bit of a mess.